And welcome back to the franchise or to the financial power hours on my radio, on Intellectual Radio on iHeartRadio. It's a lot of F's and there's some powers and some hours. We do this from time to time, but we are continuing to spotlight the small business owners that we do have in the building. Hey, we want to give a shout out, man. Clap it up for Nolo, man. The hospitality, it's a great vibe in here, man. If y'all haven't got a chance to check out this spot, man, please come out and check out this spot. So,
where we at? Nolo's where?
You go.
90.
9932 Torrance, South Torrance.
Yay.
Come out, man. Support this black owned business, man. Support this black owned business. So
y'all got to excuse everybody football on, so me and brains cut off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm half in, half out.
In the first quarter though, it's too early.
They got
man,
TV
I was like
us,
this
so ain't
before the
nobody
game
paying
started.
attention right now. So
okay, so again, let me get back focused. Yeah, so we have this young lady next to. I'm gonna let her go ahead and introduce herself and tell us about her business.
Hello. My name is Tamika. Y'all need the whole thing, or just Tamika's good?
Give
Tamika. Right now, well, I have two businesses. Right now, I do hair. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I do hair. Yes, Mika's way. And I have a real estate business. Me and my husband, we buy and flip homes. Have been doing it since 2018. Right now, I got a property under rehab on the south side of Chicago. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's why I've been buying and selling since the beginning of the time. That's how I started.
Okay. So what made you want to get into the hair industry and then also real estate?
Okay, hair came from my mother. She was a licensed cosmetologist, and I was a kid, and she was like, mow my client down and sit her under the dryer because she got one in the chair.
Okay.
So it just kind of came naturally, and I was just like, okay. I picked it up. I was working at TSA, so I did that for 10 years. And that's how I met my Lori's daughter. That's my girl. I've been knowing Lori forever. So I was doing that. And then I said, you know what? Enough is enough. Let me go to cosmetology school. Went and got my license. And I've been doing hair on my own, entrepreneur. But then I started having seizures. That's what changed my whole life. I was working at TSA full-time supervisor and everything. I had a seizure driving behind the wheel, ran into the back of my husband's car. Yeah. In the hospital for a whole week. They diagnosed me, figured out I had seizures. You can't work for TSA because it requires attention. I can't be in there like, yeah, hold your arms. They be like, what a bit. So that was part of the job. So they was like, okay, we're going to do an amicable separation. Buy me out. Take my benefits included. Next thing I know, it's just like life picked me. I was just like, okay. I took my severance package from work, invested in my first property on the south side of Chicago for $35,000 cash. Yeah, and who knew? I swear I didn't know nothing of this. It's just it fell in my lap just that way, and then took that one and sold that for $200, and now I've been going ever since. Yeah.
Sometimes I always say, like I tell my clients, they be thinking it's the end of the world when they lose a job. Sometimes that's God telling you that you need to be working for yourself. Yes. God is pulling you away from something that you are attached to, and unless He pulls you away from this attachment, you can never see what you're capable of doing. Because a job is taking all of your time. A job is 8 hours out your day. You have to build somebody else's life. So that's my biggest thing. When people say, why don't you have a job? I haven't had a job since I was 16 years old. I own everything to my name. I have a Benz outside. So I tell people, nobody else can make me more money in 8 hours than I can make myself.
Yes.
And that's how I feel about entrepreneurship.
If one door closes, another opens.
Yeah. Hey. Just like that, because I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. Well, I guess let's see what somebody, Social Security, unemployment. Somebody better give me something. I've been doing this for 10 years. I got 4 kids with 3 at the
you
time.
Got into the flips. It's crazy because I'm a numbers guy, so I just heard your numbers. You said you bought it for $30,000, sold it for $200.
Yeah, bought it for $35. I put maybe 60 or 70 in
life of working where you worked. Nobody ever taught you that, did they?
Baby, no. Come from a single family home.
No job never taught you can make $170,000 profit off one house.
No, sir.
You know why they don't tell you that? Because it'll be more people leaving your job too.
When I tell you that only was a leap of faith, because I was like, I've never seen a check with my name on it for this much at close.
That's how it be. You see that check with that 170 and say your name on, you like, wait a minute, now life got a little different.
But we gonna leave it there.
That's how my first fix.
Never.
I bought my mom's house back for $30,000.
Yeah.
And what I did was, this is also what I teach. So I sold my property and still kept it. And the way that you can do that is called a home equity line of credit.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know about this as well. So what you can do is you can take the worth out of your property that you own, and now you can rent the property out, making you a month-to-month income, and you have a big, large sum of money so you can invest into another property and keep going. So I bought my mom's property for $30,000. I put $7,000 into it, and I took a home equity line of credit out the bank for $175,000. So I profited $145,000 on my first property. I don't have to pay rent there. I live there for free. I have $175,000 in the bank. I can touch whenever I want to. But the good thing about the HELOC, if you don't touch the money, you don't owe the money. So meaning it's $175,000 in my bank account. As long as I never touch it, I never have to owe on it. And the other good thing is whatever you need, let's say you got $175,000, right? And you just need 10. When you take that 10 out, they only tax you for the 10,000, not the whole 175.
Correct.
So home equity line of credit is what that's called. That's the way you can sell your property and still keep the property. And a good bank is BMO Harris to go get it at. Home equity line of credit. If you fully own your property and you have over a 650 credit score, please look into that.
Yes, right now. So basically, we've been doing since 2018. We only flip. I've never been a landlord or anything, but I'm looking into it now because residuals. Yeah. Because the flipping is good, but when the deal is done, the deal is done.
One lump sum of money,
And then you sit there and be like, okay, I gotta have my next fix because I can't live off.
I was taught like to try and at least keep 5. Keep anywhere between units, 2 to 5. No, properties. Keep 2 so you can have that monthly residual and then get back towards fixing and flipping and keep building your. Because how I teach my clients, I want you to flip your first one so you can get 6 figures or better. We want to get you into 6 figures. Okay, we had 6 figures, and now you can be you can let the monkeys off your back. You can let your hair down. You can breathe. We got 6 figures in liquidated cash, and we got 6 figures in credit. So you got 200,000 together, and that gets the monkeys off your back, and it allows you to think. A lot of us can't progress because we don't have time to think. You got to pay bills, go to work, pay bills, go to work, pay bills, go to work. You're stressed out. You want to sleep. How are you going to think about making yourself a millionaire when you're going all day long? So I tell a lot of my clients, they be like, I don't have time for credit. I say, so you got 40 hours to give another person on your black back and make them rich, but you don't have an hour out the week to focus on credit that's going to make you rich. Because credit makes you rich when you get it. You walk right into 6 figures or more.
Yeah, and I've been learning. See, just as I'm going, I'm learning new things, opening new doors. So at first, I was using my own capital. When I tell you that ain't easy,
it's not.
It ain't easy being cheesy. I'm telling you, it look nice in the bank, but once you start deducting, you like, when we closing? How long? They need 30 days.
You're anxious.
And then when you get it, you like, okay. But then that's what made me go to Wintrust. And I'm pre-approved right now for a building. And they like, let's go commercial. I'm like, look, I'm willing to go however many units I can afford.
But what we want to do, what I would like you and your husband to do, it's called land bank properties.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason I want you guys to look into those, because you're familiar with the equity. So you buy those for about $7,000 or $8,000, and he can be really helpful with this as far as getting you the general contractors, the construction teams and stuff like that, which I'm sure you already have. But with going and getting the land bank property, you can put the equity into the property. And then, as I said, when you're done with it, you can take out that HELOC and sell it and build your monthly income with doing
And
that.
I need to talk to someone about the land bank property because I just applied for one on 107th right off Michigan
and
for
I'm not gonna lie,
Please help me.
I also want to talk to you as well, because a lot of people don't know with the land bank properties, you can be approved and declined off how you put the applications in.
See?
So I want to show you exactly how to put that application in, because they will decline you with the land bank properties if you're not going with their image on what they're trying to do.
I was just going to say, is it proper verbiage?
Yeah. So what their image and what they're asking you in there in the contract, they'll list things they don't want. And if you pick, they'll be like, okay, so why do you want this property? And they'll have on there for personal use and to personally obtain this property. They don't want that. So when you pick that, they're going to be like, okay, you're not the best candidate for us. They want you to grow the neighborhood. They want you to be a real estate developer. They want you to. So with land bank properties, you have to sell your first one.
Can you, before going into it, can you explain to us what a land bank property is?
So a land bank property is properties they have all around the city of Chicago and in all other states as well, because I'm looking into Houston and Texas as well. They have properties all around the world, and you can go on this website and they have them listed. Now, the good things about this properties is they already took the fees out of it. They took the taxes out of it and everything. but it's a property that needs to be built up. So it needs to put the equity into it. More than likely, it's these abandoned buildings that we see on our blocks, in our neighborhoods, on our properties. As you see the Mexicans are moving in and they're fixing these properties up because, as you just said with her, they're making $100,000 profit in 2 to 3 months off fixing these properties up. And they're making more than her. You want to know why? Because she had to hire somebody to fix her properties up. They know how to fix it themselves. So we need to get into these little niches and understand this is how we create our wealth, and first give ourselves a goal, because we always want to jump to millionaire. How about 50,000? Yeah. How about 25,000?
Cool.
How about 75,000?
Whatever.
You know, we always have, I want to be a millionaire. Now you're discouraging yourself when you don't make it or when you're not getting right there. So I have in my mind, I want financial freedom. I want to travel when I want to. I want to help my community out, and I want to be able to buy and do whatever I would like to do. And sometimes that's not always a millionaire. That's how you set your life up. Right now, a lot of you guys are already rich. You give your money away to bills every month. If I said right now for the rest of the winter, I'll pay all your bills, by the end of winter, more than likely, most of you will already be well off, wealthy, or financially free. So the first tool and the first goal, we want to eliminate all our bills. So how we do that is we get our credit together, and our first $20,000 credit card, we put all our bills on auto pay for 3 months. Now you have 90 days of bills being paid full off. And now you can think, because you got 90 days to think. You got 90 days to prep. You got 90 days to see what you like to do. What's your strengths? What's your weaknesses? But when you're working a job, check to check, you got 30 seconds to think. You got to think before next Friday when that bill due on what you're going to do. And the money got to come in that fast. And that's not how businesses work. So
let me just add in one thing. So if you're go to cookcountylandbank.org, cookcountylandbank.org, and then, pull down a marquee and it'll show you the properties they have for sale. You have to look on a regular basis because they come and go.
Yeah.
Another great resource, if you're an investor, is the hottest website out there right now is Investor Lift. So what's happening is people across the country are listing wholesale properties on Investor Lift. Yeah. INVESTORLIFT, just the way it's spelled, just the way it's pronounced. Investor Lift. You can Google it, and there's properties, all wholesale properties that are listed for sale, and they have the contact information, and you can start your journey that way.
All right. Well, thanks. That's why we're doing this panel discussion, because we want to make sure that we can spotlight anything that's going on. So we're going to make sure we want to give out your information so that people can connect with you and continue to further, work with you.
Okay. Business name is Luxurious Blueprint Realty Incorporated. Website, luxuriousblueprint.com. You can find me there. My name is Tamika. I look forward to inboxing me, whatever. You got any questions, please put them on the site and I'll get right back to you.
Well, great. We appreciate your time. Like I said, we got plenty of business owners. It's clap it up. We got plenty of business owners in here, so we're going to keep this moving. We actually going to have one of the owners of Nolo come and sit down with us. So both of them.
Hey. How are you?
So like I said, we definitely do appreciate the hospitality. We got both of the owners of Nolo Cigar Smoke. Is it Lounge?
It's Nolo Cigar Lounge.
Nolo Cigar Lounge in the building with us, man. We definitely want to let them shout out their business and let us know what they're doing. The floor is yours.
Well, welcome. Thank you, everybody. But yeah, we're located at 9932 South Torrance Avenue. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. Woo-hoo. We started this journey back in 2016. We wanted to create a space where people could come in the neighborhood, enjoy a great cigar, have a cup of coffee, cocktail, whatever you choose, and feel safe and secure in a dope spot. And so that's how Nolo's was created. It's then Nolo's comes from the name. My name is Lori. His name is Nolan. We took the initials from our first name and created Nolo's.
Okay. So, obviously we got both of you guys here. What's what made you guys? I know you said you wanted to have a place that people could come and feel comfortable and enjoy themselves, that type of thing.
Right.
But why a cigar lounge?
Because we both enjoy cigars. I've actually been smoking cigars since the 90s. the 90s. I thought it was, I was all cool and bougie. I thought, me and my little girlfriends, we go down and get us a cigar. We thought we was popping.
Really, Queen, because I am struggling. I've been pulling, and I'm like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right?
It might be too. Also, if you're not, because I just put a hole in yours. So, you doing it
I'm
right?
doing it right. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
See, I smoke, so I don't know. This cigar got me
We
confused.
don't want
I'm
you
like,
to choke yourself
don't
to
inhale.
death.
That's all I can say
Right.
about don't inhale.
We want you to enjoy.
That's why I need one of them pretty pics, so
Yeah.
I can remember it's not that.
So, we've been in the cigar. We've been smoking cigars for a long time. So we wanted to do something that we enjoyed. That was a little different from the norm. We didn't want to do a bar. We didn't want to do a restaurant. We want to do something else. So that's how this was created.
Okay. And why did you guys want to partner with the Ownership Club and have this organization partner with you guys and be here at this facility?
Well, they reached out to me, and I was definitely honored that they thought of my business and thought of us. So this is our first journey, and we'll see how things go. And I hope to have a long-lasting relationship with everyone here.
Well, first off, congratulations on your establishment. I love to see Black owners more than likely. More than anything, I love to see Black love. I think that's not pushed enough in our society. Black love coming together and building entrepreneurship so you guys don't have to work anymore and you can focus your time on your children, your loved ones, and spending time with the family. So I just really wanted to tell you guys congratulations on that. You have a great establishment.
Second motion. My first time here. I'm a newbie. Definitely not my last. More to come. Stay tuned.
Okay.
But hey, I love this place. This place is legit. I walked in. I'm like, oh, I got a new home because I'm a cigar. Then I came back here. I'm like, hello, this room is legit.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys really set this up.
This is just the beginning. We got a lot of things going on. We have an outdoor patio that we're in the midst of renovating right now. So the patio is going to be really dope. We have a lot of different events that are coming up. As I talked about a little bit earlier, we have one event called Shh, the Men Are Talking, and I have a relationship expert coming. And we're going to do a panel and a forum to talk about how we as women need to learn how to listen.
Oh, can women come?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait,
How
what?
we as women need to learn how to listen. What
Say
day
it
is
again.
that?
Say it again.
I will be there.
Damn, calm down.
Say it again.
We want
Say
to
it
hear
loud.
what the
Say it
men
again.
have to say.
Thank
We wanna
you.
hear
What
what
day is
you have
Thank
to
you.
say.
She said we want to hear
This
what
will
y'all
be
got to say.
October 13th.
October 13th.
Yes.
What's the name of it again?
It's called
Shh, women need to listen.
No, the men are talking.
The men are talking.
That's all it says.
October
The men are
13th.
talking.
I
Not
will
women
be
need
there.
to know.
Yes, it starts at 5 o'clock.
I will be there.
It's a pretty, and I have her name is Melanie Hall. She's a therapist and a relationship expert. So we're starting to partner together and do some other things. We do a stepper set the last Friday every month, which is a total vibe. So we do that. We have different parties, all types of different events. So please make sure that you check us out on Instagram. Also on Facebook, it's Nolo's Cigar Lounge. Our website launches this week. It's www.nolocigars.com.
Yes.
So
Make sure y'all go check them
I
out.
also wanted to share some information with you. So I teach financial literacy, and on the basis I tell businesses and business owners how to access capital. So we do OPM, other people's money, so you can grow and expand and maybe open more of these cigar lounges. So if you guys have an LLC for 2 years or more, you can go to the banks and get what they call a business line of credit. And U.S. Bank, PNC Bank, Wells Fargo Bank, and BMO Harris Bank will all give you $50,000 a piece if you have over 2 years on your LLC. A piece. So
And we bank with US Bank.
yes,
We
U.S.
bank with-
PNC, U.S. Bank, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, and BMO Harris will all give you $50,000 a piece. I have a relationship with BMO Harris personally. BMO Harris alone has given me $250,000 strictly through the business. So I will show you guys where to go. I will put you in contact with my business bankers. And if you have any questions with your LLC, business structure, setting it up anyway, I will do all that for you guys.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. And see, that's the thing. That's why we need to have forums like this.
Exactly.
So that we can create
and
create
Connect.
generational wealth.
Yes.
We can exchange that information that's so key
Yes.
that people don't know about.
Uh-huh.
So thank you for sharing that. And we'll definitely talk.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I
creating
love
this
this
ecosystem. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grow. They're gonna look up and we're gonna have our own world.
And that's the only difference between us and these other cultures is they work together.
Absolutely.
If you look in your neighborhood right now and you see a Mexican move on your block, Within a month or two, you're going to see another Mexican move in.
Facts.
Then you're going to see them talking. And then you're going to see another Mexican
Same
move
with
in.
the
And then they're
Arabs.
going to be talking.
Same with the Arabs.
So,
they bat a gas
and the
stations,
Arabs
they
as well.
put
If
their
you go into
cousins in
these liquor stores and gas stations, I say it all the time. If black people don't have money, if we're poor, if we're notified as poor, why do Arabs put gas stations, liquor stores, and corner stores in our neighborhood? You know why? Because no other race is going to spend their money on those things like we do.
Facts.
It's not the fact we don't have money. It's what are we putting our money to? We want this. This is what you guys leave with today if you don't leave anything of me saying. I want a bang for my buck. If I'm paying you, what am I getting in return? And I say that all the time. We go to clubs right now where they say valet parking, and we pay them and park our own car. No, you're about to park my car. I paid you for valet, but we just give our money away over and over and over and consistently on things that don't pour back into us. Yes. I love having out and going to have a good time, but drinking is not pouring back into me. So if I'm spending $200, $300, and $500 a month on drinking, that has to change because that's money that can be put into investing and getting information to get you more money. And now when you have more money, you can drink as much as you want to.
Period.
And it's important that we support the businesses in our community.
Yes.
You know, they are created for us, and we have to support the small businesses in our community. You know, because we can say, oh, I don't want to go in that area. I'm afraid to go to that area. But guess what? Other nationalities are not afraid to go to that area. That's why they open their businesses in that area. They're not afraid. So why should I be afraid of my own people? Why should I be afraid of creating a platform or a space where my people can come and enjoy themselves? Of course, my space is open to all nationalities.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But we want to be able to have things in the community that creates some diversity.
So that you don't have to leave your community.
We should not have to leave our community in order to go smoke a cigar.
Or to go have
I should not have to go to the
Exactly.
suburban areas. I should not have to go to Hyde Park.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have to go downtown for someone to enjoy a high quality cigar
where you're going to be
in a
taxed.
Great space.
Where you're going to be taxed a lot of money.
So
you can't find parking. You're going to get tickets. Like coming here is just so much of a relief, just of the aura, the people that are in here, the respect when I came in here, just being able to talk to these people, seeing people
The
happy.
smiles,
It
being
all
acknowledged.
feels good.
And as you can see, we have great ventilation. It's not smoky in here at all. Do you see? There's no smoke. So that was important to us too, because we don't want anyone to leave here smelling like a whole cigar. I don't want to leave here smelling like a cigar, and I'm here every day. So that was important. That was one of the things we wanted to make sure that we did and did it appropriately.
And back what you said as far as being able to do things in our old neighborhood, I'll take heed to that because that comes with the generation of my age. We have to make it safer. We have to be okay with being okay with our parents walking through our neighborhoods. It makes me mad when I see Mexican families walking through the neighborhood with their family, and I know my mom or my grandma can't because they're scared of being robbed or shot or something like that. They're moving into our neighborhoods and living in peace. We should be able to have that peace. So that means we have to stop all the unnecessary crime for nothing. We're dying and fighting over blocks we don't own. Our name is not on that paperwork. Mm-hmm. When we're dead and gone, the owner, which is white, who never comes in that neighborhood, still is going to be the owner of that property. So it has to stop with the petty nonsense violence.
We have to create our own safe spaces, and we have to learn how to meet people where they are.
Yes.
Everybody's not going to be like you. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is being respectful, being understanding, and even if you don't know, it's okay to say, I don't know, and be like that. So, you know, it's important just to create that safe space and meet people where they are.
So I know we have we got two owners over here. So I'm gonna actually address this question to the fellow, the brother over here with us. How has it been? Because you when you have married couples, you go into business and you can kind of butt heads with we should go left, but one feels like we should go right. How has it been having this relationship and then also having the business from your perspective?
Well, some days are better than others.
Come on.
Like I say, some days are better than others, man. You know, you just gotta growth and, you know, being mature, you know, and understanding, you know, your partner and how to communicate without ruffling feathers, if that's a correct way to put it, you know, because sometimes, man, you
We get on each other's nerves
Oh
sometimes.
my God! But you know, what I'm saying I wouldn't trade it for the world. So it's just what it is, man.
And it's good you express that though, because everybody, wants to put the facade that everything's perfect.
Oh,
Everybody wants to
God.
put the
Come on,
facade. It's no
Come
ups and
on,
downs.
man.
So it's good to acknowledge that you do have downs and the fact that you work through them. And that's what we need to be able to see.
Because sometimes we have to agree to disagree.
Exactly.
And one thing that I have learned is that he leads my house.
Okay.
And that's what it is. Like I tell him sometimes, a lot of times when it comes to the business aspect, I'm the bulldog.
Okay.
But like I tell him all the time, don't send me to a fight if you don't want me. Don't send me to a dog fight if you don't want me to bite nobody.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna bite somebody if I need to. But that's the whole thing. It's like the yin and the yang. It's just what it is.
And that's what creates the good balance, though.
Yes, the
That's
yin
what
and the yang.
yeah,
So we try to support each other. Even if he doesn't agree with something I say or I don't agree with something he says, it's about a respect thing. And you just got to meet people where they are. And sometimes you got to know when to wave your white flag and be like, all right, I'm going to let him have this one.
And that's why I will be as the men are talking, because I need tips.
You better come too.
So I will be
dope. It's going to be real
Tell me the
dope.
date again, Queen, for everybody.
It is on October 13th, Saturday, October 13th.
Saturday, October 13th.
The men are talking, and we want to hear what men
that.
have to say. We want to be able to listen. We want to be able to understand.
Okay, wait to come to that.
Yeah.
I'm learning. Praise
All
God.
righty. But thank you all for coming to Nolos, supporting our business, and getting the word out that we're here. And we're here to stay.
Well, we appreciate.
Please talk to me before you go. I want to get you guys as much funding as possible, and I know you guys are set up for it. I want to see more cigar spots over Chicago, because I live in Inglewood and we can use one.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
that would really be dope.
Yeah, we need one in Inglewood. I know a lot.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we
Thank you again. Appreciate
for
you guys
coming on for sure. Thank you guys. All right. So this is the Financial Power Hours on Intellectual Radio on Jesus. This is the Financial Power Hours on Intellectual Radio on iHeartRadio. We got another business owner that we gonna keep. I got plenty of business owners here, so we're gonna keep bringing them on and keep letting them promote what they're doing. So give your information out, Miss Lady.
Okay, well, first I want to thank Frank for inviting me here today. I also want to thank the business owners for having me. My name is Crystal Lewis. I'm a realtor. I work under Frank Montrose's team, where we specialize in helping individuals purchase their homes through investment properties as well as residential. And in the process of doing that, we can get them all types of funding, and whatever it is that they need, we can get them what they need on our team. And then I am also a business owner of a lingerie company called La Crystal Lingerie. So I have that as well. I'm also in process of obtaining my master's in criminal justice.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll have that November of this year, and I have my bachelor's in behavioral science. And the reason why is because I also understand the dynamics of mental health inside of our community, and also I understand the reach between our community and the police, law enforcement. So I want to be a product of making sure that those process correctly. And the purpose of me one of the purposes of me obtaining my license was to purchase a clinic so I can help those individuals as well. So that's what I do.
Okay. And what made you, I know we've had Frank for years now with our panel working with him, but what about Frank's message that made sense to you, that made you want to partner with Frank and his organization?
Well, for one of the things that made me want to partner with Frank is, of course, we all know Frank Montrose. I've heard of him for so many years, and I wanted to be under the leadership of someone who understands what they're doing, that can give me the knowledge. And I can honestly say that Frank definitely has gotten me motivated with understanding investment properties, understanding how to search for them, understanding what the need is, understanding of sitting down, talking to the client, understanding what the client needs. So that one of the things I pride myself on is giving the client A1 customer service. So that's what you get when you interact and you have that type of leadership.
Can you, I would like you to elaborate on the importance of what you just said.
Okay.
How important is it to gain the information before we worry about getting the money? Because people like to jump towards, I want to make the money, I want to make money. And you just elaborated on how him being the mentor, how him telling you how to do this, how to talk to the clients, and doesn't that make making the money way more easier when you have the information?
Well, one of the things that we live by is referrals. So if you want to make sure that you have a good referral, you have to make sure that you're giving the client what they need. You have to understand what they need, and you need to keep them with inside of the budget for what it is that they need. The money's going to come.
Exactly.
The money's going to come, but you have to think about what it is that my client needs, not putting your needs first, putting your client's needs first. So
let me add on that as well too. So, not everybody is as successful as my colleague Tamika is there. A lot of times they want to get started, they get their funding approved, and then they don't know where to go, who to, they make the wrong decisions. They take advice from the wrong people. A lot of the wholesalers out there, their numbers are way off. So if you're spending your 401k, your life savings, investing on the opinion of somebody that doesn't know what he's doing, or she doesn't know what he's doing, you're going to epically fail. So I've seen a lot of people that have come to me and say, hey, I bought this property. I was told it's worth $300,000, and now the appraisal came in, it's only worth $200,000. So how do I get out of this? How do I get my money back? So a lot of people have lost money investing with the wrong people, getting the wrong advice. And trust me, there is a ton of people out there that don't know exactly what they are doing. They don't understand the true cost of a rehab. They don't understand a true AR. They don't know how to see. So we have an appraiser on staff. Mm-hmm. So now I've been doing this for 43 years. I look at I appraise houses every day. I know values backwards and forwards. I'll give you an example. So if there's two bungalows on the same block and they look identical, mm-hmm. but what you don't know is that one of them is 500 square feet less than the other one, but it looks the same for the road. So you buy the smaller one thinking you're going to get the same value. And then, an appraiser will, on the south side, will reduce that value by $40 to $50 a square feet. So if you got 500 times $50, that's $25,000 less than what you were anticipating. There goes a big portion of your profit. And if you make other mistakes, like say that other house has 5 bedrooms and you only have 3 bedrooms, then that's going to significantly affect the value as well too. And if you don't have a garage, I can go on and on. So what we do is we accurately tell you what the end value is, right? Because if you don't know that, or if then there's agents that send comps out. Hey, look, this property sold for $300, this one for $310, this one for, but those are bigger. They're better locations. They're a lot of times, for example, let's take the city of Dalton. The north side of Dalton butts up to Harvey. So you compare that in the 140s compared to the south in the 150s that butts up to South Holland. The South Holland end is more desirable. So values can be $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 difference. If you don't know that, and you're and the wholesaler or the realtor gives you the comps in the higher end, and you're buying in the lower end, you're going to get your butt handed to you on a consistent basis. A third of my clients are realtors because they're afraid. They're like, hey, I'd rather pay you the listing commission to get my butt handed to me. I've had agents come to me where they're losing $40,000 because they just went by anything. So they went superficially. Oh, this is worth this. This is worth that. This is a very, very, very complex game. You can make a lot of money, or you can lose a lot of money as well too. So you have to know. If you're starting off as an investor, partner up with someone that knows what they're doing, that understands value. My agents walk through. They've been trained on cost. We can walk through and we can tell you what a property is going to be rehab for. We may be now, depending on each each one of our contracts is a little bit different. So we could be $1,000, $2,000 off, but not $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 off on the rehab costs like these wholesalers are. So I never trust. Whenever I have a wholesaler give me a property, I'm like, give me the address, give me the access,
I want to do my research
and give me the price. Don't
Yeah.
give me any. I don't need your numbers.
Yeah.
A perfect example is I had this one guy give me a property in Roseland, and I'm like, how did you get this ARV? He goes, oh, I use this comp, that comp, that comp. I said, those are in Chatham, dude. So I come up with different ARV. Then how did you come up with $15,000 in rehab work? I'm looking at the outside. It's a frame house. It needs a roof. I got 15 grand right there before I walk in the door. He goes, oh, well, I put that number down so the equation worked. I'm like, what? I said, I don't know what's dumber, the fact that you did that or the fact that you told me that. So you can never trust. Look, unless you've known a wholesaler for a long time, most of these guys coming in don't know what they're doing, and there's a ton of them. And the hottest thing right now is virtual wholesaling. So they'll go online, they'll use PropStream and all these different resources and gather, buy data online. You can get all this stuff online, and you can start calling, and you can start buying properties virtually. You call the people up, you look at it. You have a guy run boots on the ground, take pictures, and then they generically get the numbers through just looking at the MLS or Zillow or a couple other resources, and they're usually way off.
What I wanted to ask you, Frank, and what I want you to elaborate on,
sure.
How important is it, as you were just saying, because I think with real estate, a lot of people, as we were just saying, they try to cut the corners to get right to the money. Right. So as I asked her how important the knowledge was learning for us, once you have the knowledge, can you elaborate how important it is to build a team, architecture, construction, plumber, electrician, et cetera, et cetera?
And actually, Frank, before you do that, we're going to take a little break, guys. We're going to come back, but let our guest give out her social media so that we can find her, and then we'll go to a break. We'll come back, and we'll let Frank answer that question.
Okay, so you can find me. I am a realtor at Keller Williams. You can find me as Crystal Lewis, 312-877-6687. Please let me sell your home. You won't be nothing but satisfied. And you can also find my lingerie company at La Cristal Lingerie. That's LACRISTAL lingerie.com. And I'm your go-to service provider.
All right. And we want to give it up. Let's give it up for all the business owners that came on. This is the Financial Power Hours on Intellectual Radio on iHeartRadio. We'll be back.